Greetings, Beltalowda, and welcome back to the channel, friends. It's Expanse Day, the best day of the week. And today we have an extra special Expanse Day as we wrap up Season 4. Arguably the best character development season we've had among amazing character development seasons. This has been an exceptional one. I think it's been a different vibe, but at the same time, a much needed look at some of these characters that we may have already formed an opinion of. I'm looking at you, Christian. I'm looking at you, Bobby. Really, really great stuff, friends. But before we get into the finale, if you could do me a huge favor and hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel, and it will allow me to alert you when we go live with Season 5. And friends, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. But my dear friends, all that is then and this is now, and now is Expanse Day, the best day of the week, as we watch the finale for Season 4, Episode 10, CIBOLA BURN. Prepare to engage maximum warp reaction. And for the last time this season, away we go! Expanse? Season finale? What could go wrong? Oh my God. How to start a show and already be nervous, already have like tension levels 10 out of 10. And we've had so much resolution already. Amos is down. We don't know how bad that is. We didn't even see Bobby and Christian last episode, so we don't know what kind of shenanigans and horse shit's going on there, especially with Bobby. Christian has proven Frank right that she'll do anything to win. And I love her. I love Christian. Deeply flawed characters, everybody. You have to love well-crafted, deeply flawed characters. And not deeply flawed, but maybe flawed in a manner we were told, but didn't believe. We'll see. Love this show. Oh boy. Oh boy. Doc! What is wrong with her now? She wanted it. She'd kill for it. A look into the void. She got it.
All those big energy emitters on the surface have stopped. Every single one of them. Dead.
Same with the moons. I'm gonna try the reactor again.
Online. And here we go.
Yes! We're good to go!
Yes!
Let's cut this line to the barb and...
Edward Israel, this is the gunship Rocinante. I have target locked your drive cone. You and me are about to have a very serious conversation.
Fuck yeah, Alex! Oh, we're about ready to have a very serious conversation. Let me introduce you to... Oh, no. Oh, thank God.
How bad is it? I'm a little messed up.
Oh, no. Oh, Christ almighty, did that scare me. I was having so much fun with Alex, and then... Look at it burn up. Look at you, Expanse. You showing off motherfuckers.
We did it.
And we will make the Annas answer for what they did.
No, well... Abandoned asteroid mine in the belt. Is this Ashford?
I suppose this could have been Mako space.
This net is not old. It would have drifted away long ago. Show me flight paths for all ships in this vicinity in past 3 months.
I'm so worried for Ashford. Know this, everybody. If Marco kills Ashford, there's no redemption in my mind for him. I don't care what he does after that.
Find this ship. Put us on course for intercept.
Yes, boss man.
Yes, boss man.
So far.
Get out.
You heard him.
Get out.
Look at you showing off, Expanse.
Hey, you might as well keep this as a souvenir.
Look at them showing off. Jeez.
A Martian naval officer, mercenary for a vicious belter thug. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. So we know you were at City Station. Just tell me what you were doing now.
I was on vacation. I like to gamble.
Okay, let's kill this guy. It's awful, but
Flex.
You are an MCRN supply officer with access to the Osnode Callisto. You were selling Inato's weapons, weren't you?
Well, properly applied, anything can be a weapon.
oh, okay, this guy's funny. You're dealing with somebody that's drifted probably hundreds of people.
I don't know where Marco is, but beating me is not going to change that. Or is all this talk of putting our hate aside just talk?
Where do they find these actors? Canada. Canada, the land of amazing actors. Look at that. Meanwhile, on the changing Mars. I think that guy got caught. I think that guy got snagged. And the only way he gets out of the trouble he's in or gets it reduced.
You were following him too. You don't trust him either.
Really?
And when the cops come to break it all up, we can have a nice long conversation about all the rotten things we've done. Sound good?
How about we compare notes instead?
Well, that's the first intelligent thing you've said.
I think he's a sergeant.
The security codes he's been supplying us with are high level, typically restricted to commanding officers.
He got caught.
How did he and Isai connect?
I asked Isai that. He said they met on a joint MVPD MCRN task force a while back and they just hit it off.
That doesn't sound right either.
He wants this score so bad it's clouding his judgment.
Yes.
You really think it's a setup?
Yeah.
But why? And why now after all the jobs we've pulled?
I don't know.
He got caught.
You like Isai.
I'm just trying to keep him from doing anything stupid.
And me too, of course.
No, you can do whatever you want.
So you're gonna go through with it?
It's a lot of money.
Yeah. Can you spend it if you're dead or incarcerated or...
Gonna rat us out?
I'm Bobby fucking Draper.
Okay.
Okay.
Framed with the two thugs in the middle. I like that.
He was shaking me down to try and renegotiate his cut. He got physical, so I did too. He took a bad tumble and that was it. I never meant to kill him.
But I did. So that's information that she didn't have to share but did share. I think she's just an asshole. I think that if she's in on something, then they got me. If she's the IA agent, that's great. Oh, thank God the doc's down here.
Probably roll that a little tighter.
Sorry.
I guess. I don't know what state she's in. Oh, good. This dickhead's still alive.
How you doing? I'm okay.
The bleeding is under control.
Did he lose fingers?
As soon as possible.
Yep, he did.
What do you see in there?
What you saw.
It was more like I felt it. I know that sounds crazy, but
Not to him.
I could feel the spaces between things. Something was there. Moving towards me.
I felt it too. Every time we go through a ring.
This is so cosmic horror Cthulhu shit, man.
Oh, and Amos. Don't kill him while I'm gone. He has it coming. I know.
He does have it coming. I mean, they fell through for a long time through that jelly elevator thing. I can't imagine climbing out. I mean, was it a perception thing? I don't know. Holy shit. Is that all inert protomolecule? That's like infrastructure. Wow.
Physics and fusion are back to normal, and the reactors on all the ships are back up and online.
Thank God.
Cap, we're showing you roughly 800 kilometers from first landing.
I'm not surprised.
How the hell?
It's a long story.
Wow. Oh my God. What was this thing? I mean, it's obviously not a, I mean, if it was a planet, it was terraformed or converted or built or reconfigured.
Still not sure where they're going.
I'll monitor them closely. Keep us in front of their drag plane.
Yeah, they're not going to see us coming.
Ashford knows what he's doing.
Marco took 2 rocks, 2 chunks of iron. He's planning an attack. Yes, with slag asteroids.
Earth. They took out the, was trying to take the orbital thing out.
Throw them at Tycho and even Ceres. Revenge against Fred Johnson, Anderson Dawes for what they tried to do to him.
How does any of that help Mars?
That's a good question.
That's a great question.
Perhaps our Martian can help us with that.
Careful, Ashford.
The dream of Mars isn't dead. It's about to be writ large.
Don't do it!
I hope that was fun, dummy. I mean, look at this landing. Is there a pay grade or a raise, a promotion that Alex can get? I mean, dear God, get this fucker off my boat. I said it.
Taking them on the Rocinante.
You're not a guest. You're a prisoner.
Yeah, keep that ship's fucking name out of your mouth. Hey, dickhead, as soon as I get better, you're getting worse. Shot his fucking trigger fingers. Can you believe that shit?
I did all this to save my family, and now I'm never going to see them again.
Well, we can arrange with no one knows you did anything.
Whatever happens afterwards, if you don't tell them how you feel, you're always going to regret it.
Listen to Alex.
I waited too long with my family. When I was finally ready to be honest.
It's too late.
Are you going to let them stay?
Why
I'm
not?
never here to kick anyone out. Whether she intended it or not, a lot of people died on that shuttle.
23, right?
She didn't mean for anyone to die. But they'll still make an example out of her.
They will.
I got the chance to remake myself, redeem myself. You see, I won't get that chance.
You bring Murtry in, you got to bring her in too. It's the only way it works.
The way she got thrown out of the Rossi and into space, despite your best efforts to save her.
We're coordinating with the Edward Israel to take on detainees for trial, as well as move any additional personnel and supplies to the surface.
Ma'am, this might actually be good for us. You were the one who sent Holden and the Rossi down to New Terra. Without them, things could have gone much worse.
She needed it to go much worse.
Nancy Gow couldn't have a better narrative if she had written it herself.
Did Nancy write it herself? This part of it, I'm very curious about her, Marco and Norris. If Nancy has any relationship, because boy, oh boy, sure seems that way.
Like cardiac arrest.
Uh-oh.
What's up?
Radio silence from here on in.
Esai, what are you working on? Did Esai get caught?
Esai, it's an ambush!
Shoot them all! God damn it! There's no need for this!
Oh my God. Oh my God, Bobby fucking Draper, everybody. Fuck the suit. No, don't. It's really cool.
What the fuck? Get out of here! Now!
You're not so tough now. Oh my God, she's going after him. I couldn't love her anymore. Come on, Bobby. You got this shit.
That's present for you, bitch!
You got a present for us, eh? Oh my God, Bobby, get out of there. Oh, thank God. Oh my God. Oh no, the door. Bobby, wake up. Bobby fucking Draper does not get killed by Mars. Bobby, go. No, don't stop for her. Oh.
There was stealth tech in those containers. The Belters must have had help from someone high up enough on the food chain to get through restricted military space. We need to get off planet.
It's Marcos. Or Marco.
I'm sorry I got you into all this. Don't be. At least now I've got something to do.
I haven't forgiven her. Stop with the comforting touch. How dare you, Bobby? How dare you be a bigger human than me? I will not stand for this.
It'll work as a base of operations until we can set up a more permanent camp closer to the artifact.
I think we're gonna have to add exo-archaeologists to your resume.
I think we should do whatever we can.
Make sure we're not the second galaxy-spanning civilization it wipes out.
Galaxy spanning.
We are now.
We are now, yeah. It's another galaxy you all are sitting in.
Never forget that you are in our hearts, right? We're always here for you.
Oh, they got the little...
You take care of them. They're your family now too.
I come visit you in space.
You do that.
Oh, the fucking Belters, man. That's the thing I love the most about the Belters is that tribe mentality, you know? Where they are all in it together. It's the survival of the Belters.
That's all of it.
It would be nice to get rid of the pro molecule for good.
Miller told you about it.
Last thing I said to Miller is that rain doesn't taste like anything. Any last words to a friend?
No.
I'll go set up the torpedo flight plan. Tell me when you're ready.
Are you sure about that torpedo, Naomi? I might have to double check your work. What would you tell him, bud?
You were right about everything. You warned us. We're charging through the doors anyway.
Yeah.
If we have any chance at surviving what comes next, it'll be because of you.
Oh, fuck. Love that fucking paladin, man.
Rest in peace, brother.
Yeah, it looks good.
I'm gonna test it out right now.
What you gonna do, Amos? You gonna test out your trigger fingers? Oh boy. I'm assuming Murtry's been transferred to the Edward Israel, right?
I need you to help me find someone. His name is Philip Inaros. He's my son. I have to find him before his father gets him killed.
Yeah, I'm convinced that's why Drummer left him alive. Here we go. He's on board.
You lost your leg brace.
You all healed up?
Yeah.
I don't want to beat the shit out of you if you're gimpy.
Here we go. Be careful, Amos. He's a killer, too.
I liked Wayne. Thank you.
Ho, ho, ho. You wanted to get bloody, didn't you, bud? You said they were going to get bloody. Well, here we go.
I intend to dedicate my first term to fully opening the ring gates for exploration and for colonization.
Luna might be nice. We haven't had a vacation together since... When did we go to Titan?
He's leaving you.
It might be better if I stayed. I have a new semester to prepare for, and I think we both need time to adjust.
You're angry with me?
No. I just feel that,
Come with me.
He sees you now. I don't want to discredit this actor. I think he's doing a great job, but I think that this entire season would have had more weight with the original actor. I think he was more, it was better for this.
This chair is not a throne.
Hmm.
We're not queens. The work we do here is critical, but it is not all that we are. Don't forget the rest of yourself while you do this.
'Cause I did.
We disagree. One of us is wrong. I think it's you. But I hope it's me.
Great line. This is a meteoric rise for old Nancy Gal. Meteoric, almost like it was planned or predestined or arranged. I think it was all three, or however many I said. What's this bit of revelatory information we're about ready to get?
There's something rotten on Mars. Within the military, some kind of weapons trafficking with Belters. Assuming your offer to work together is still open, I accept. I think we need each other.
You absolutely do.
Bobby, your timing sucks.
Don't you leave us. Ooh, look who's carrying a rock. Where are they? Where are they? What are they doing? Those drones. It's stealth. Oh my. Ashford's here.
Report. All scopes blank. EMP charge, scram reactor.
All hands, we are under attack. Prepare to repel boarders.
Here they come. Oh my God, be careful. This fucker kills Ashford, everybody. He's dead to me. I might even not be able to see his character. I might just, it'd be like John Cena. Never fucking mind. I was doubting the old man. He used him to draw him out. Holy shit, he used that guy to draw them out. Ashford, be careful. Oh, they're going to kill him, aren't they? They are going to fucking kill Ashford. Oh my God.
It's just you and me now, Marco.
Well, not just.
Oh no. Is that Philip?
This is Philip. My son.
No. No. Oh my God, no. Not like this. No. Oh my God, no.
I am genuinely going to miss you.
You do know, Marco, that throwing rocks at Tycho or Ceres will do little to harm the inners.
The only real victims there would be Belters. Those days are over.
He's throwing it at Earth. People that throw rocks.
Die in darkness. But not now.
The execution dock. I have come till he go. For to sail. I was sick and nigh to death, but I vowed with my F. Go with wisdom's ways. When I say.
Got the message out, buddy. You got the message out.
Adjust trim to match target vector.
Nothing this motherfucker does. Mark my words.
Release
Even
grapples.
saving Amos, nothing. Fuck this guy. I hate fucking bards. Fantastic character. But fuck him.
We learned a lot about their capabilities from the ship.
It's Earth. It's Earth.
But even their best instruments are barely able to penetrate Martian stealth tech. The others will never see them coming.
It's gonna kill Earth. Oh, okay. All right. Fuck, yeah, I mean, absolutely. Season cliffhanger. Fucking capital. Fucking great. Oh, love it. All right, everybody, we just got done watching the season finale of The Expanse for season 4, and the only thing left to do is fucking rant about it. All right, everybody, we just got done watching The Expanse, season 4, episode 10, CIBOLA BURN. Fuck Marco Inaros. That is it, everybody. Now, listen, if you love Marco, know that I appreciate and respect the fact that you love that character. Here's what I have to say. Utterly fantastic character. Okay. Again, everything that they have designed for this character is diabolical. Everything they've designed for this character is charismatic. Everything they've designed for this character, it speaks of like a cult leader type of thing. They've done a great job of not only building up his reputation, but the actual actions of the character himself. He is an incredibly dangerous figure in the solar system, and I couldn't hate him anymore. I literally am boiling with hate for this guy. I hate him. Let's put it into comparison, everybody. Since we're fucking talking about this first, I guess. Let me put this into comparison. Who do I hate more if we're saying our guy Inaros and Aaron Wright? I love Aaron Wright over Inaros. Let's see who else. Let's do this. Dr. Strickland and Inaros. Now, Greg, you can't possibly say Dr. Strickland. Oh, fucking can I? Because I absolutely like Dr. fucking Strickland more than Marco Inaros. That might be pushing a little bit. They're probably tied. To be very fair, I'm a little worked up. Holy shit, everybody. I knew it. I knew as soon as Drummer did not go with Ashford, he was dead. Take the bottle. We'll drink when I get back. Those are all classic tales of I'm not coming back. You're drinking alone. You get ready for a revenge quest. You know, I can only imagine Drummer's going to not lose her shit. She never loses her shit as she focuses her shit and, shoots people after they capture her and, walks whenever she's got a busted back because she's that determined. She's stubborn in her vengeance, which I couldn't love more about that character. You fired her up. You've obviously conscripted Philip into, this world that you've had. He knows nothing different. He's never had, apparently he was taken from Naomi very young. He has no type of influence that Naomi Nagata would have been able to provide him. So he is wholly the creation of his fucking father. And that's great because I'm not sure how you work out. I mean, listen, I always talk about this. I always say, boy, oh boy, the tribe mentality of the belt. I love it. It's all for one and one for all type of shit. We've seen that time and time and time again with the belters, that it's not me surviving, it's the belters surviving. So if I've got to die for the belt to survive and the belters to survive, so be it. That's part of what we do. We make the tough decisions, but we keep making decisions because we're still here and alive. The belt, everybody. I really feel for them, for the belters. They are absolutely the caste or the societal, cross-section that has been the most repressed, the most subjugated. Just awful shit that they've been gone through. And I never want to call anybody an underdog, but obviously they fit the bill, the belters do. But in that kind of position that they've been pigeonholed into as, this lower class of citizenry, they were able to create a culture. And I'm beginning to understand certain things now about the belters. There's always that constant comparison, like when everybody says, well, when if we go to Illis and a couple generations are spent there, the belters are going to forget what it means to be a belter. They'll be earthers or they'll be, inners or whatever. And I thought initially, no, the culture will remain. And the culture probably would, but it would evolve. And I think that loss of societal preservation above self is what would be one of the first things to go. Because let's face it, Earth doesn't act anything like that, you know? Mars now doesn't act anything. You could say that you could have made the argument for Mars before this season. You could have said, well, Mars shares a lot of kind of like the nationalistic, or planetalistic, or whatever you want to call it, kind of that same vibe that the Belters do. That's gone now, or it's dying, I should say, on Mars. Now we have the belt. And so now, with that being said, and everything that I've always said about, and I continue to feel this affinity towards the Belters, and I really associate with them more than anything else as far as like a collection, or like, where would you come from? I would think that, the Belters, in my opinion, well, again, just like every character in the show, terribly flawed, as just if you look at as a whole, still possess to me the very most humanity that we can express comes from the Belters. There's still that ideal. There's still that idea of, us before me. And that's why I love the belt. Now, with all that being said, let's say I'm a Belter. Let's say you're a Belter. And we haven't looked at it, through the rose-colored lenses of, oh, look how like I am. Look how proud they are and strong in the face of adversity they are. That's easy to look at that and respect. But the thing is, I didn't live through that. I don't know what it's like truly to be a Belter, or even one of the old school Belters with the burns. You know what I mean? You don't know what that's like. You don't know what hells they went through and continue to go through, being treated with disrespect as like an entire culture. Just, you're absolutely below everything else. Because the only thing that I think Mars and Earth would agree on, they don't agree on the first two positions, but the third position of who ranks highest in the solar system is a unanimous, the OPA, or the Belters. Whether you're Mars, it goes Mars, Earth. If you're Earth, it goes Earth, Mars, and then the belt. Nobody thinks that the belt is serious. With all that being said, now, instead of looking at it with the glowing eyes of respect, we both live through what the Belters have lived through. We've experienced the loss, the pain, the hopelessness, and we hear that siren call of Marco Inaros. And I think that's why I hate that motherfucker the most, because he speaks directly to that pain. He speaks directly to that need for revenge for everything that has happened. And I'm going to tell you this right now. If I was a Belter that had gone through that, and I, who hate Marco Inaros, didn't know him and heard the things that he was saying, I can easily see myself getting swept up into that. So that's why the character is impressive. The character is an absolute... he's realistic. We've had examples of Marco Inaros in history, in present day. His kind and that ability, that gift of gab, that silver tongue, that words are mightier than anything else. As long as you can compel, you can conquer. And that is Marco Inaros. And so way back in season 1, when Christian is lying on the roof as the leaves fall down around her, and she is scared of people that throw rocks. Well, by God, I thought she meant Eros, as a foreshadowing. Eros is a big fucking rock coming at Earth. That ain't it. Because Marco has a much better chance of hitting this sumbitch. Oh my God. Interesting. So, okay, again, let's bleed off of that. I hate Marco, and I'd probably follow him if I was a member of I was a Belter. So there's my hypocrisy. But again, an incredible character that I despise with every atom of my being. Talking about Ashford, when we first met Ashford, I liked him because I love the actor, David Strathairn, I believe is his last name. I always butcher that, and I apologize. But initially he was placed at odds with some of our established characters. So it took me a little bit to like him, but by God, as soon as we had that injury conference between him and Drummer when they were trapped out in that ag bay, how can you not fall in love with somebody like this? And then, the more you learn about him, how, even everything he's been through, all the people that he's lost, he was the first to put on the uniform. He was the first. He was the one that he was Marco Inaros. Maybe not with the beautiful gift of gab, but he definitely had the leadership and the draw and the "I'll follow you to the gates of hell" type of look, air, and carry about him. So, him to put on, to realize that this is not the path, this is not the way it's going to work. But to put on the uniform, I always looked at the uniform, Drummer looked at it like, we're not going to be, she was initially wrong, but she saw the light too. The uniform, to me, represents we are the Belters and we will always be the Belters. Even if we colonize a planet, even if we take on some of the traits of the Inners, this uniform, this desire, this design, this drive will always make us Belters. And I think that more than anybody else in the show, Ashford got that. He understood that. Even more so than like Anderson Dawes and Fred Johnson, he understood that more than any. He knew. He was there. He was a front line. He was on both sides of the line. He knew what it needed to be. And man, seeing him go is tough as shit. Really tough, because that's such a cool character. Had so much left to go, so much left to do, but he did it. He got the recording, so he got it sent. The message was sent. Hopefully someone can get it. Maybe if Earth is saved, by God, the greatest belter of them all saved that blue marble. And I mean, what a legacy too, I'm getting so fucking worked up over this. I think what I want the most for Ashford, I think the greatest tombstone, the greatest memorial for Ashford is that the belt is recognized for not, it can easily go the other way, and it likely will go the other way, that the terrorist Marco Inaros almost destroyed the Earth or destroyed the Earth. If Ashford's message saves the planet, let him get credit. And by him, I don't mean a statue to Ashford. I mean him, the uniform, the belt itself gets credit. There was a terrorist, and the Belters, led by Ashford, the heroics of Ashford, saved Earth. That could be his legacy. And if his legacy is promoting and allowing the belt to catch up in this fucking race of who's on top, then it was worth it. And I think even Ashford would say that, there's so much going on. It was basically resolution stuff on Illis. We saw the wrap up of several stories. Amos was destined to beat the shit out of Murtry. I honestly, and I know this is bloodthirsty, I don't mean it to be, but I honestly think for the story, it would have been a little bit better if Amos had the chance to kill him. I know he couldn't, because, you have to put him up there, and it would hurt the character of Amos too if he was allowed to do that. And I know that. And I know that even Amos himself, after time had passed, I might never say he would regret it. He would never do that. But I might think that he would look at it differently the farther along in his relationship, tutelage, observations of Jim. I think at some point it would click to him like, man, maybe I shouldn't have killed Murtry. You know what I mean? And I again, it's weird to have think of Amos as having that type of thought or that type of kind of come to Jesus moment. But this is a much different Amos than what we first met. He's observing more. He is the moments with the child. He is more compassionate. He's experienced fear that we never thought. I haven't been afraid since I was 5. You were afraid when you lost your sight, rightfully so. An incredible just path for Amos through all of this. I think this is Alex's best season. I think Alex was everywhere he needed to be. He was this like almost like he was Overwatch for everybody. He was making sure that everything was taken care of, really reinforcing being the badass space cowboy that we know he can be. He was on full display in this season. And I think that that line to the Edward Israel, where he was basically like, I've got your drivetrain targeted, motherfucker. We're getting ready for a conversation. That's the conversation I wish I would have been able to hear, because Alex was fired up and he was absolutely right. And the gunship, Ross and it's my favorite. Like, just in case you forgot, we are the big dogs in this system. And if you have a problem with that, well, we might growl and bite. Love it. You know, Naomi, obviously, Naomi had a lot of this season was a comparative for Naomi. Naomi was forced to constantly look at, we had that parent-child dynamic throughout the season. Naomi was experiencing that, obviously parent in absence, and it just rightfully so, that at the end of all of this, she was like, I need to find my son. That it's over, Fred. This is it. I'm calling in my favors. Um, and I love that. I think that was exactly what should have happened. It was a great arc for Naomi to be able to kind of ride through all that, see all of that was occurring around her between parent and child, and then to be able to like mark what will be her journey, I'm assuming, for season 5. Christian and Bobby, obviously they should have been together in this season. I'm very glad that Bobby made it. I think that the Bobby, and I mean no disrespect because it was still amazing, the Bobby storyline was the weakest, because you could literally have summed that up in a portion of another season, or another episode. And I'm not dismissing the action. I thought it was great. I was engaged. But I'm just saying that I don't think that we really needed that much of, like, we didn't need to know about Esai. We didn't really need to know about all those people. I'm glad that we found out about them. My point with all that is that with Bobby kind of manifesting and bringing over here, I think the reason why they showed us all of that, they didn't have to. The reason why they showed us all of that is because the next leg with Bobby and Christian together is going to rely on some of those, not necessarily callbacks to the moments that we saw, but to build upon the character of Bobby, so we have more references to draw from. We just didn't really have Bobby on her own very much, where we could see how she would work alone. And I think that was what was required for that. Was why we had the Martian sequences throughout this season. And you all have told me too that it was a novella, I believe, or short story or something like that, that described all the stuff that went on with Bobby. So it was interesting, and to set up what I'm assuming is going to be more character development for Bobby. And I am 100% here for that shit. But I mean, this show is utterly fascinating. I mean, I can't heap enough praise on top of it. So to put a pin in season 4, I'm going to say this. This is the first season that I cannot wait to rewatch. I want to rewatch all the seasons, obviously. This one, I almost feel a need to do it, because there was so much juicy shit that I want to either re-experience or look at it again and really delve into it at some point. I'm really looking forward to season 4, because this is a fantastic exploration in all of these characters in a decidedly different environment, especially on Ilus. I mean, and civilian life for Bobby, it's a Christian being basically drummed out of whatever. I'll end with this too. I had a speculation that Nancy Gal might have something to do with like the Marco Inaros type of stuff. And I mean, obviously it seems very far-fetched now, but Nancy, there's something with Nancy's kind of meteoric rise to power that just doesn't sit well with me. And again, I'm super paranoid. Sorry, Octavia, but I'm still got my eye on you. So I look at everybody that gains an advantage or has knowledge that I don't have in this show as a potential problem. So take that for what you will. But friends, the one thing that is not a problem is the fact that the Expanse community is the #1 reason why I'm enjoying the Expanse as much as I am. Said it once, I will continue to say it from the rooftops and the mountaintops, that you all are fantastic. You are helpful. You are kind. There are no gatekeepers that I have experienced so far in this incredible, incredible community. The show is amazing. The non-spoilery tips that everybody gives me, I can't stress enough that that embrace that the Expanse community has given me is my number one joy in watching this show. It's an incredible show. It's one of the greatest shows, if not the greatest show I've ever watched in my life. And it's made even the better. It's made the best show I've ever watched because of you all. Thank you for joining me. I know that you've all seen this show before, you know, and you're taking your time and spending it with a schmuck like me. It means the absolute world for you to do so. And I appreciate it. I respect, I see all of you. I thanks, you know, it means a lot. And I can't wait for season 5. I can't wait for season 6. And I can't wait for all of your comments. And I can't wait to hang out. And until we do, my dear, dear friends, my Beltaloda, Vulcan roll. And I'll see you.